This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Danushka Madhawala and read by Indrani Senanayaka. The headlines. The final Commission report of the Easter Sunday attacks will be submitted to Parliament tomorrow. The Terrorist Investigation Division has paid its attention to re-arrest the suspects who were released after the Easter Sunday attacks. British Conservative politician Lord Naseby has condemned a recent statement by the UNHCR on Sri Lanka. Pakistan Prime Minister will visit Sri Lanka tomorrow. 5,000 driver's licenses have been blacklisted. The minimum age limit of engaging in employment has increased from 14 to 16 years. In sports news, Chaminda Vaas resigned from Sri Lanka cricket and withdraws from the West Indies tour. In foreign news, Italian ambassador to DR Congo killed in UN convoy attack. The final Commission report of the Easter Sunday attacks has been submitted to the Cabinet. It will be submitted to Parliament tomorrow. The Commission report was handed over to the President by the committee recently. Terrorist Investigation Division has paid its attention to re-arrest the suspects who were released after the Easter Sunday attack. Important information has been revealed by a female suspect arrested in the Mavanella area. The TID has paid its attention to re-arrest the suspect after the information received by this woman. She was also released after being questioned. She did not reveal any information at the time of her first arrest. A senior police officer said that if she had not been arrested again, much information may not have been revealed. She is being questioned under detention orders. British Conservative politician Lord Naseby has condemned a recent statement by the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights on Sri Lanka. He said the report showed sacrifice for the LTTE. In a statement issued by the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Lord Naseby stated that no plans had been put forward to promote reconciliation in Sri Lanka. The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights has denied allegations that the LTTE recruited men, women and children to commit heinous war crimes. Lord Naseby also said that 60% of the LTTE members killed in the war were children. Lord Naseby has also accused Britain of not trying to investigate Adil Balasinghe, a war criminal with the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. Even the slightest improvement in the truth and reconciliation system in Sri Lanka is being criticized by the United Nations Commissioner. He said he could not predict how much progress the UN Human Rights Council would have made on any issue in the midst of the global pandemic. The Commissioner of Human Rights has condemned the use of ex-servicemen in public service in Sri Lanka. However, Lord Naseby said he would like to remind you that after World War II, the experience and commitment of ex-servicemen was put to good use by Prime Ministers Edley and Churchill. The driver's licenses unit of the Department of Motor Traffic in Verahara has said that more than 5,000 driver's licenses have been blacklisted. This action has been taken with regard to the court orders issued for offences including drunken driving, road accidents and several other related offences. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
We continue with local news. The Labour Department announces that the minimum age limit of engaging in employment has increased from 14 to 16 years. The decision has been taken to increase education, safety, and the mental and physical health of children. In addition to compulsory education limits, the age limit has been increased to 16 years. Minister Professor Gil Pires says that even though the Commission report of the Easter Sunday attacks has been received, it needs to be discussed with His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith in this regard. The professor said that ideas and suggestions by His Eminence Cardinal Ranjith are very important. The minister added that prior to taking any decision, it is needed to discuss this with religious leaders in this regard. He said that these types of matters are very important to the national security of the country, and it is a responsibility of the government to prevent these types of incidents happening again. The minister said that the services rendered by His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith at the time of the Easter Sunday attacks were commendable. His responses led to control the anger of the entire Catholic community at that time. Parliament will gather from tomorrow to the 15th of this month. The Business Committee of the Parliament has made this decision at the meeting held under the patronage of Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardena yesterday. The debate related to the orders of the Gem and Jewellery Act, which was scheduled to take place on the 10th of this month, will be taken tomorrow. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, will visit Sri Lanka tomorrow on a 2-day official visit on the invitation of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. He will be accorded a special guard of honour at the Bandaranaike International Airport in Katunayake. Prime Minister Khan will attend liberal meetings with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, while several other high-level engagements are planned, including a business and investment forum, as well as a sports diplomacy initiative. Both Sri Lanka and Pakistan Prime Ministers will together preside over an event to sign several mutually beneficial bilateral memoranda of understanding tomorrow following their official talks at Temple Trees. Prime Minister Khan, on his maiden official visit this year outside the country, will be accompanied by a high-powered business and investment delegation. The Pakistani Prime Minister will be accompanied by Foreign Affairs Minister Makhdoom Saha Meherum Qureshi, advisor to the Prime Minister on Commerce, Abdul Razak Dawood, Foreign Affairs Secretary Sohail Mehmood, and senior Pakistan government officials. That was the main news story. Watchlight is up next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
A look at Watchlight. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board has requested the public to use water sparingly over the upcoming days. This has been informed due to the persisting dry weather conditions. The NWSDB has further stated that the water pressure to certain areas might be less than usual. That was Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Italian ambassador to DR Congo killed in UN convoy attack. Australia says no further Facebook, Google amendments as final vote nears. All UK adults to be offered coronavirus vaccine by the 31st of July. Italy's ambassador to the Democratic Republic of Congo has been killed in an attack in the east of the country. 43-year-old Luca Atancio died in hospital today after the United Nations convoy he was travelling in came under fire near Goma. The convoy reportedly belonged to the UN's World Food Programme. Reports say an Italian military officer travelling with the envoy and a third person were also killed. Foreign Minister Luigi Di Maio expressed his great dismay and immense sorrow at the killings. The attack is believed to have been an attempted kidnapping, according to officials at the nearby Virunga National Park. Australia will not alter legislation that would make Facebook and Alphabet Incorporated Google pay news outlets for content, a senior lawmaker said today, as Canberra neared a final vote on whether to pass the bill into law. Australia and the tech giants have been in a standoff over the legislation, widely seen as setting a global precedent. Other countries, including Canada and Britain, have already expressed interest in taking some sort of similar action. Facebook has protested the laws last week. It blocked all news content in several state government and emergency department accounts in a jolt to the global news industry, which has already seen its business model upended by the titans of the technological revolution. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has pledged that every adult in Britain will be given a jab of the COVID-19 vaccine by the end of July. The British government has previously set a target to offer vaccines to all adults by September. According to the Prime Minister, people aged 50 and over and those with underlying health conditions will now be offered a jab by the 15th of April. More than 17.2 million people in Britain have been given the first jab of the coronavirus vaccine, according to the latest official figures. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Italian ambassador to DR Congo killed in UN convoy attack. Australia says no further Facebook, Google amendments as final vote nears. All UK adults to be offered coronavirus vaccine by the 31st of July. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news follows.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
On to development news. The construction of Sri Lanka's largest fishing harbour with an investment of 9 billion rupees in Gandhara, Devinura in the Mathura district has commenced. Kanchana Wijasekara, State Minister of Fisheries, told the media on the sidelines of a factory inspection tour of Sri Lanka's canned fish manufacturers test group in Paliaguda last week. That was development news. Next we take a look at sports news. Sri Lanka Cricket announced that former Sri Lanka cricketer Chaminda Vaas today forwarded his resignation from his post as consultant bowling coach of the national team. He worked in this position less than a week. Sri Lanka Cricket stated that Chaminda Vaas has resigned from his post effective 26 March 2021. And he has also informed that he will not be available to tour the West Indies as a member of the support staff. Vaz's resignation comes hours before the team was scheduled to depart for the West Indies, which is scheduled for tonight, the statement said. Sri Lanka fast bowler Lahiru Kumara, who was scheduled to join the West Indies tour, is confirmed to have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. Sri Lanka Cricket said in a statement that this was confirmed during a PCR test conducted yesterday. He was identified to have been infected when the squad selected for the T20 and ODI series underwent PCR tests, the SLC said. The Sri Lankan squad is scheduled to leave the island for the West Indies tour tomorrow. That was sports news. Business news is up next.
Contributory deposit of ₹1,000 from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
SLT Mobitel recorded yet another historic milestone by facilitating the Telecommunications Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka. Gamata Sannivedana project, which aims to empower rural areas with supreme connectivity solutions. The groundbreaking ceremony took place at the hilltop village of Ihalagalgamua in Ratnapura. The Gamata Sannivedana initiative champions the TRCSL's prime objective of powering Sri Lanka with 100% 4G broadband coverage. SLT Mobitel, as a national telecommunication service provider, came forward to facilitate this project, as it also falls in line with the company's commitment to bridging the digital divide and leading the nation towards an infocom and knowledge-rich society. That was a look at business news. Economic news is up next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of ₹1,000 from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News, courtesy of
Business deals now easy. It just takes a few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
The Mahindodaya Gamata Savia program has been initiated in a bid to create 50,000 new employment opportunities in the northwestern province. The unique feature of this program is that it's been executed by the private sector, and the government only provides guidance and infrastructure. The first two projects under this program were launched last week from Giribaba and Kurunegala on Saturday. That was a look at economic news. Finally, the weather report.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down. Everything is sorted. Why? I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The weather report. Several spells of showers will occur in the eastern, Uva and north central provinces and in the Matale and Nuwara districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Gaul, Matara and Kandy districts during the evening or at night. Fairly heavy falls, above 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamuwa, Uva and western provinces and in the Gaul and Matara districts during the morning. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The final Commission report of the Easter Sunday attacks will be submitted to Parliament tomorrow. The Terrorist Investigation Division has paid its attention to rearrest the suspects who were released after the Easter Sunday attacks. British Conservative politician Lord Naseby has condemned a recent statement by the UNHCR on Sri Lanka. Pakistan Prime Minister visits Sri Lanka tomorrow. 5,000 driver's licenses have been blacklisted. The minimum age limit of engaging in employment has increased from 14 to 16 years. In sports news, Chaminda Vaas resigned from Sri Lanka cricket and withdrawn from the West Indies tour. In foreign news, Italian ambassador to DR Congo killed in UN convoy attack. That ends tonight's news broadcast. Well, I see a smiley friend on the other side, all set and ready to take over. Well, she's your usual Monday evening host, Chandima. Well, your friend and mine, and she will be with you and host Family Choice until close of transmission at 10. Chandima, all yours.